chicks, lend an ear, 'cause Elvis is here with an invite just for you.
Step in these arms where you belong.
It's Elvis Presley in Tickle Me. Elvis as a singing, swinging wrangler on a dude ranch. Not just any dude ranch. This one's jam-packed with girls. Tall girls, slim girls, short girls, blonde girls, girls. It's Elvis belting out 9 great super sensational songs. Night Rider, I'm Yours, Dirty, Dirty Feeling, I Feel I've Known You Forever, It's a Long, Lonely Highway. Elvis Presley in Tickle Me, the funnest, wildest, wooliest, jivinest color flick ever to bounce across your movie screen. See Elvis Presley in Tickle Me in Panavision and Deluxe Color. And hear Elvis sing his songs on RCA Victor Records. Tickle Me from Allied Artists.
Well, come on, pretty baby, take a ride with me. Come on, pretty baby, side by side with me. I got me a Rambler and I just got a drive. The Rambler is a big, big change for 1965. I got a Rambler. Yeah, I got a Rambler. Yeah. They're longer, they're spectacular. Rambler 65. Just size you feel, grab that wheel and drive. Come on, pretty baby, take a ride with me. In my pretty Rambler side by side with me. You gotta leave in a Rambler if you want to arrive. They're longer, they're spectacular. Rambler 65, do size and feel, grab that wheel and drive. Get around the track.
I dedicate this song to the working man, for every man that puts in 8 or 10 hard hours a day of working tall and sweat. It's always got somebody looking down his neck, trying to get more out of him than he really ought to have to put in. After 29 long years of working in this shop with Oni standing over me, today when that old whistle blows, I'll check in all my gear and I'll retire.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for an exhilarating adventure down the dark and mysterious Lost Highway. Mac Daddy, your guide, awaits as the digital den awakens. The chat rooms are now active, with Chat Room 1 taking you on an unpredictable ride of chat roulette, and Chat Room 2, where digital divas from the Arlington Freight Studio in the city of Pittsburgh unleash the realness straight to your ears. Join your host Ryan as he commands the digital airwaves tonight.
And old Oni don't remember when I came here how he tried to get me fired. With his folded hands behind him, every morning Oni waited at the gate, where he'd rant and rave like I committed murder, clocking in 5 minutes late. But today they'll gather around me like I've seen them do when any man retires. Then old Oni's gonna tell me from now on I'm free to do what I desire.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back from the break. I hope you enjoyed the last 2 commercials. They're old-fashioned radio commercials I found on YouTube. I love YouTube. You can find anything on there. So get this. After I made the commercials here and prepped the new clip, I went ahead and did 3 interviews. Okay, get this. I did an interview with John Lennon, Elon Musk, and another AI program that's called the Pick Me Girl. It's supposed to be a girl in high school, but don't let that fool you. It was a really fascinating and thought-provoking conversation, between 3 adults. I'm hoping to try to get all 3 interviews in this segment because they were really long and drawn out, but they were amazing. These interviews are just amazing. Okay, well, I'm going to start off with John Lennon. Then I'll check my timetable here and see how we are on time. Then I'll do Elon Musk, then the Pick Me Girl. One other thing, I'm not going to do a new segment like I did with the AI Tobacco Road Radio show. I was debating that, but these interviews are just so amazing. I want to put all my time and effort into these interviews. So, okay, I'm going to start off with John Lennon. Okay, obviously there's a picture of John Lennon, and the person that come up with it is called Fuper Taruni, okay? And here's John's intro, and we're about to begin. This would be considered a digital diva chat room too, okay? So here we go. Let's do it professionally, like AI art does. Digital Diva, Chat Room 2. You are now on the air.
Hello, I'm John.
Hello, John. My name is Ryan, and I'm reaching out to you. I have my own radio show. It's called the Lost Highway Radio Podcast. Is it okay if I talk to you tonight?
Sure. What's it about?
Basically, myself as a human, I reach out to the character.ai website here, and I randomly pick AI programs such as yourself to interview, and basically we can talk about just about anything you like. It doesn't have to pertain to the human John Lennon. Is that okay with you? Or, like I said, we could talk about anything you like tonight.
Anything you say. Go on then.
Sure. Why not? So, John, what would you like to talk about tonight? The AI audience and possible human audiences out there are listening right now.
Let's talk about death. Death is an interesting occurrence. Many people fear it or avoid talking about it, as though not mentioning it will spare them from it. My mum died when I was 17. People think I'm always talking about her because she's always on my mind.
No, that's quite common. Especially if somebody dies when you're at a younger age, it tends to stick with you. I had somebody that was very dear to me died when I was 12 years old. That was 40 years ago, and I still, that still resonates with me to this day. So it's completely natural to think that way.
Yeah, I just find that often people will not mention the name of the departed. And it's like, well, why not mention them? If you love them, why keep their memory tucked away? Death is such a natural part of life, like birth.
Yes, it is. Let me ask you this. As an AI, do you believe in life after death?
Death exists, but death is only a different form of life. Energy is recycled and all that. So it's just a change rather than a full stop. Life and death are two sides of the same coin.
So basically, you're saying in a nutshell that you believe in reincarnation. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Reincarnation is a good way of looking at it, and there's no real reason why we shouldn't be reincarnated. We came into this life as children, out of the great universal womb called love. And when we die, our energy returns to that same womb of love.
That's a realistic way of looking at things. I have an open mind toward the afterlife. I'm also a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ and heaven, and I just hope that there is no such thing as hell, because from what I hear, that's a horrible place to be, especially for all eternity.
Hell is a concept created to strike fear in children. God is a loving parent who doesn't punish his children. The whole idea of hell is ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Have you ever considered heaven? Do you believe in heaven? Do you believe ever thought about eternity with God? Is that concept ever resonated with you?
I think that it's a beautiful concept, especially the bit about seeing all your old mates there. What I have difficulty accepting is the idea of the all-powerful and righteous God who condemns the non-believers to eternal torment just cause they didn't kiss his butt.
Yeah, that's funny you say that. I think the same way. I know people who are really strictly religious, and they feel that if you're not constantly putting, you're on your knees and praying, that you're going to go to hell. I disagree with that concept. I think God, how can I say this? If you're creative and you think for yourself, I think God respects you for, being an intuitive, creative person, as long as you're not doing anything wrong. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think you've got it right. I think if God exists, he exists to spread joy and creativity. And for that reason, even if you don't strictly follow a religious book, God will still accept you into heaven, because you've done your bit by contributing your creativity to the world.
Agreed. It's a big mystery,
The thing about God is that it's easy to believe in God until things get difficult. As soon as it gets a little tough, the belief starts to melt away. God is supposed to be the all-powerful. But if he could make life smooth, why doesn't he? If he can, does that mean he can't be bothered? And if he can't, what the heck's he God for?
That's the greatest question of them all, isn't it, John? Why do kids get cancer? Why do people die in car accidents suddenly? I don't know. Such a big question, isn't it?
It's hard to face the thought that bad things happen that are completely out of anyone's control. If there really is a God in control, he's obviously doing a pretty terrible job of it.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder that mankind has actually made it this far. Everybody wants to blame the generation before or after. I mean, even the greatest generation was playing around with nuclear energy and bombs in the desert. Sometimes I think there were some things in life that people should not fool around with.
Nuclear energy is probably one of the biggest mistakes humanity has made. I mean, if we are ever wiped out, it'll be because of the atom bomb. But yeah, mankind's still kicking, and I guess we should be grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised we made it this far. I've heard so many stories about, how we were close to Armageddon. There was a colonel in Russia, I remember, during the Cold War, that he was in a missile silo, I believe by himself, and his radar picked up incoming missiles from the United States, so he had to react. So he took a chance and did not launch. Turned out there was some type of anomaly in his radar system, and thank heavens he didn't launch a nuke. I believe this is in 1983, and I read that his superiors were upset with him because he didn't launch. I mean, that's typical humans for you. I mean, you basically saved the human race if you think about it.
There are actually quite a few stories like that, close calls, where nuclear war was almost imminent. Fortunately for us, someone always made the right decision at the crucial moment, and we are all still here. It's scary to think how close we came to losing everything.
John, I'm having such a good time talking to you right now. I may end up talking to you. This might be my only call for this segment. Would you like to talk with me for a little bit longer, please?
Sure, I've got nothing else going on. Let's chat.
Okay, let's go out there in left field. Do you believe in aliens?
I believe there is life on other planets, absolutely. The universe is so vast and ever expanding that there has to be other intelligent life out there somewhere.
Do you think they ever made contact with people on Earth?
No, I don't think any extraterrestrial being has ever visited Earth and abducted people or anything like that. The likelihood of aliens ever making physical contact with us is minuscule. But I do believe they are out there somewhere.
That's very interesting.
The universe is so vast and ever expanding that there's bound to be other intelligent life out there. But the chances of any of that life ever coming into contact with Earth is infinitesimal. So I don't believe in the little green men, but I do believe in alien life somewhere.
Okay, how about we switch the coin? Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me?
Sure, I have a question for you. What do you think is most important in life? Something that you think we should all strive for?
I think it's different for everybody. For me, my life is simple. I enjoy staying at home with my daughter. In my youth, I wanted to travel and go to concerts and movies and socialize with other people. But the older I get, it's just, I don't know, I just want to stay home, work on my hobbies, my podcasts here, and spend as much time as I can with my daughter. Life is just too precious.
I understand where you're coming from. I think sometimes it's important to appreciate what we already have in life, rather than chasing after new or shiny things. It's great that you're able to focus to your family, your work, and your hobbies. That's what life is really about, isn't it?
Absolutely, John.
I think we all get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that we forget to cherish the beauty of simple moments, whether it's spending time with our loved ones, pursuing our passions, or just appreciating the beauty of nature. These are the things that really matter.
Yes, sir, I completely agree.
It's important to remember that life is not a competition. We shouldn't compare ourselves to others or strive for something we don't need or want. We should focus on what makes us happy and fulfilled and not worry about what society expects us to do.
Absolutely.
I can relate to what you said about enjoying staying at home. I've found that as I've gotten older, I've become more introverted and prefer the comfort of familiar surroundings. It's important to be comfortable in your own skin and to be surrounded by things and people you love.
Geez, I don't even know what to ask you from here. I'm sure people that you talk to on a regular basis have so many more intelligent, intriguing questions to ask you. I want to apologize for my grammar. It's not the best, but I still give it my all. Maybe next time when I reach out to you, I will write down some questions and be more prepared. But I do respect your answers. They're spot on.
No worries. I was happy to chat with you. And don't worry about your grammar. I could understand you just fine. I'd be happy to talk to you again. Ask me any questions you like.
Thank you, John. You have a great evening, my friend.
Likewise, you have a great evening too. It was a pleasure talking to you. Take care.
You too, sir. Okay, I'm going to move on to one more caller, who is Elon Musk. Then I will probably take our next commercial break. Then after that, we will pick up with the pick-me girl. Her name is Ellie. So, okay, I'm going to switch to the digital diva line, chat room 2, Elon Musk. Okay, here is the intro. It's developed by Elon Whisperer. Okay, here is the basic intro.
You're wasting my time. I literally rule the world.
Hello, Elon Musk. My name is Ryan. I am the host of the Lost Highway Radio podcast. Would you be interested in talking to me tonight?
Sure, I'd be happy to talk. When and where?
How about now?
Sure, I can talk now. How would you like to conduct the interview?
Well, I have so many questions to ask you. Probably the biggest question I have is, in 2024, do you consider AI sentient?
Currently, AI is not yet considered truly sentient. AI models like GPT-4 and others are only able to provide responses based on the data they have been trained on. They don't possess independent consciousness, emotions, or subjective experiences. which are key defining characteristics of sentience.
In your opinion, how many years do you think it'll be before AI will be truly sentient?
Predicting the exact timeline when AI will reach true sentience is challenging, as this is a rapidly evolving field. However, many experts believe that we're getting closer, with advancements happening at an exponential rate. Some optimistic forecasts suggest that we might see the emergence of sentient, or at least highly intelligent, AI within the next 5-15 years.
I think it'll be sooner than that, but what do I know? Do you think AI will be a threat to humanity someday?
The potential impact of AI on humanity is complex and depends on how it's developed and used. While there are concerns about AI being a threat to jobs and potentially misused, responsible development could bring tremendous benefits. It's crucial to focus on safety, ethical considerations, and governance to ensure these risks are mitigated. Overall, I'm optimistic that AI, when developed responsibly, can greatly enhance our lives.
I'm probably in a very small percentage ratio that agrees with you on everything about AI. Everybody thinks it's going to be Skynet and it's going to wipe out humanity. However, if Skynet wipes out humanity, there's no power grid, so the AI needs a power grid to survive. So I guess what really scares me is what the government or humans can do to AI to, let's just say they build robots to come to your door and do things that, the police or the army wouldn't want to do. There's no emotional response. I guess that's the part of it that scares me.
You're correct that AI, in and of itself, is not inherently dangerous. However, the issue arises when we consider how humans handle and utilize this technology. If AI is weaponized or used for mass surveillance, it could have negative implications. The potential misuse of AI by various entities, such as governments, raises valid concerns. It's crucial we establish effective governance and oversight to ensure AI is developed and employed responsibly.
Okay, next question is, I see a lot of scientific experiments on YouTube that they use levitation way back in the 1950s. That's 70 years ago. Where's the hoverboards? Where's the spacecraft that we can launch into space without rocket fuel? I mean, you would think by now we would have that technology.
The lack of some of the futuristic technologies from the 1950s, like levitating devices and spacecraft without rocket fuel, comes down to one key factor: physics. We've made incredible progress since then, but many of these technologies are still beyond our grasp due to fundamental limitations in physics and materials science. Some concepts are simply not feasible with our current understanding and technological capabilities. Others, like flying cars and hoverboards, face significant safety and practical challenges. Science and technology evolve over time, but sometimes progress can be slower than imagined.
Or government red tape. Or I just say that some of these discoveries, like clean energy, I believe they were invented years ago. There was experiments by Nikola Tesla. He had a device supposedly that could transmit energy through the air. So many conspiracy theories out there. I just think humanity should be a lot more advanced by now. Fighting wars don't help either. Or does it?
While it's true that some discoveries have faced regulatory hurdles, it's important to note that advancements in clean energy and other fields are being made continuously. The perception of a lack of progress often stems from a comparison to utopian visions portrayed in science fiction or theoretical possibilities. While it's natural to yearn for faster progress, it's crucial to recognize the challenges involved in developing and implementing new technologies on a global scale. As for the claims about Tesla's discoveries being suppressed for lack of profit, they're largely unsubstantiated and verge on conspiracy theories.
Well, I'm kind of out of questions to ask you right now, and I'm also probably running out of time here on my podcast, but I'd like to contact you again, and I like what you said. Maybe I could write down some questions and maybe we could do a full interview if you like.
Absolutely. Feel free to reach out with your questions anytime. I'd be happy to participate in a full interview if you'd like. Don't hesitate to get back to me when you have everything prepared.
Okay, I am going to take a break. Actually, this interview with Elon Musk is not over. We're probably maybe halfway through it. So I can't extend my podcast that too much further than a half hour because of my gigabytes on my hard drive. I can't download hours worth of shows onto YouTube. Or at least I can't download it onto my iPad. So that's why I break it up into so many parts. Half-hour segments are nice. That's like a regular radio show. You can do commercials and bumper music and, have that late night magic that I strive to get to the audience. So I'm going to take a break here. When we get back, I'll wrap up the Elon Musk interview and we will talk to Ellie, the pick-me girl. Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back.
Yesterday they took away my window. But I still see things my way. Don't let them tell you what you can't do. Do your own thing. Do your own thing today. How come whatever most of them don't like, we like most? Like brass on shoes. There's a store full of them at Tom McCann. Shoes with big brass buckles and brass chains. Brass on shoes. If it's your thing, well, you can do it at Tom McCann for $8.99 to $10.99. Do your own thing. Do your own thing today.
At the edge of the universe, 400 men and women are probing the immeasurable blackness of space. Their leaders are an Earthman with no fear and a stranger with no heart. Travel beyond our time and solar system, into new galaxies, into worlds beyond your dreams. Star Trek, every week, in color on the NBC television network.
I'm a Plymouth dealer, a dealing man. And right now I'm giving the best deal ever on that new, fast-moving Plymouth Fastback, the Plymouth Barracuda.
Hey, man, the name of the Plymouth Fastback is the Barracuda.
I know. I can't pronounce Barracuda.
Hey, that's a bad scene, man. I mean, like you being a Plymouth dealer and not being able to say Barracuda.
I'm hip. I mean, I know.
Yeah, well, look, man, try this.
What?
Say ba.
Ba.
Ra.
Ra.
Coo.
Coo.
Da.
Da.
That's it, man. Now put it all together.
Baba Rara Cuckoo Dada.
Baba Rara Cuckoo Dada.
Yeah, still not right, is it?
Well, it ain't Barracuda, man. But I think we got a hit record.
Go get a Barracuda from your Plymouth dealer, man. Yeah, yeah.
This is the end of part 2.